Bootleg Kev podcast. Freddie Gibbs is here.
Yep.
Good friend of mine.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations on Alfredo, sir.
Yes.
I've been lucky to have 5 or 6 of these songs in my text messages for the last couple months.
Yep.
You were going to release these a while ago. After the quarantine started, you were like, man, I'm going to just drop these and just fuck people up.
Yeah, I mean, it was time, I think that I was, I feel like I was filling a void for what, rap kind of needed, right now. And I think that I kind of was doing that with Bandana. I've been doing that shit since Piñata, you know what I mean? I feel like
100%.
I've been carving out my own lane.
100%.
And now I feel like I don't kind of broke through, you know what I mean? Like I never ever had nothing on the Billboard chart, on radio, none of that. So, for this shit to, go top 20 on the Billboard off of an album that I didn't even promote. Like I, said, hey, album out. You know what I'm saying?
It felt like just kind of how like you guys did the Fetty project. It just kind of felt like, yo, we're gonna drop this because our core fans are gonna love it, and
Right.
and then it's successfully your most successful project, right?
Correct. Yeah. Right now, it's definitely my most successful project, to date. But I think that it wouldn't be successful if you didn't have the bandanas, the piñatas, the Fetties, Freddie, You Only Live Twice, stuff like that. I had to all of that was, like Michael Jordan first 7 years in the league before he started winning championships. I compare it to that. I had to get better, take lumps, you know what I mean? And, get physically stronger as an MC, as a businessman and all of that. And, now we at Alfredo. So.
Well, listen, I think that like you said, Piñata was kind of like the beginning of this run that I feel like, I mean, you know me, dude, I've been fucking with you since 2009. The
Right.
first time you and I ever talked, I was on the radio in Boise, Idaho in 2009, and you called into my show.
Right.
And I've always said you're one of the, I did my top 50 list, and I think I had you 12, which people gave me so much shit for. But I'm like, dog, you show me who can out-rap Freddie Gibbs. Please, show me.
Show me.
And I'll lower him down.
Like everybody was getting mad at me this week for talking shit about LL Cool J. You know what I'm saying? Hey, LL, that rap was trash as fuck, man. I got to keep it real.
And listen,
man.
LL did so much for hip hop.
What?
But are you a better rapper than LL Cool J? You might. Of course you are.
Hell yeah, I'm way better. Listen, look at it like this.
LL's got the legacy.
Look at it like this.
He kicked down doors.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this.
I don't want to skip over the LL disrespect because I'm not trying to disrespect LL, but
never.
Lyrically,
I'm not disrespecting you, LL. I'm talking shit about you. There's a difference. I talk shit about it. I talk shit about Bootleg Kev.
Yes, you do.
That's my homie. You know what I'm saying? So don't take it personal. You know what I'm saying? But so it's like this, man. If it wasn't no LL, it wouldn't be no me. I wouldn't be sitting
100%.
here. You know what I'm saying? But, at a certain point, your daddy gets senile and starts shitting on himself. And, you got to motherfucker tell a nigga, hey, nigga, look, you got to go this way, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? With that said, you know what I mean? It was certain, I feel like this, man. Like I said, without those guys, there's no me.
Of course. LL's a goat,
for
sure.
But if you give me the DeLorean and make me go back to they era with the way I rap now, they don't fuck with me. Come on. Be real. It's
kind of like the NBA conversation.
Come on, exactly, man.
Where you're like, yo, fam, if you put LeBron in the 70s, come on, man.
Come on, dog. The nigga averaged 90 points a game.
And that's like no diss to LL.
No diss or
anybody,
nothing because, like I
from that era.
said, without that, there's no diss. So I can't diss it. But 100%. I gotta let you know how much the game has evolved. 100%. You feel me? Exactly. That's all. It's the evolution. And you made that dumbass song with Brad Paisley. That's the reason I started fucking with you, man. That accidental racist shit. Motherfuckers don't be trying to call you out for that shit. I don't give a fuck. I'm not scared of you, LL. If you want to fight,
once
fight.
LL started doing
nigga, everybody keep telling me LL swole as hell. Man, I don't give a fuck. You know how many swole niggas beat?
The last LL album that I enjoyed was GOAT, and it wasn't that great. But I would say
I think he had a song with Ja Rule.
Yeah, I remember that song.
Where I Belong. That's the last song I liked.
And
Ja Rule used to be tight.
As a kid,
niggas be hating on Ja Rule because 50 Cent don't like Ja Rule, and I love 50 Cent too. Wow. But Ja Rule had some hits, and Ja Rule had some shit too. Ja Rule's trash now, you know what I mean? And the nigga did Fire Festival, fucked himself up, you know what I mean, and shit like that. But you did have some great records, my nigga. You were a great musical artist, bro. I swear to God, you know what I'm saying?
There's something I know about my friend Frederick, and
What's
that is when we drink, things get better.
Come on, brother.
Let's have another shot.
Come on, let's do another one.
This is a nice cheers to back-to-back albums of the year. Now, I don't know if Kendrick's
bike.
I don't know if Kendrick's going to drop this year and put out his Illmatic. Like, I don't know. But we are in June of 2020, and you have the album of the year.
That's my only competition. I'll be looking at it like Kendrick. I'll be like, so the last like 7 interviews. Oh, my bad. Niggas be asking me like, who rap? But niggas always want to ask rappers about rappers. All right, fuck it.
Like, who's the guy who kind of like, I wouldn't say the word scares you, but like, who's the guy who you're like?
No niggas scare me, but I look at him and I'll be like, yeah, he's sharp. You know what I mean? I want to be sharp like that. You know what I mean? Like he one of the only niggas that I look at like that. Him and like I said, like Black Thought. I'd be like, damn. I damn near don't like doing songs with Black Thought because I'd be like, damn. Nigga,
you got a couple.
Yeah.
I've actually told you once that Black Thought washed you on a record.
Exactly. That's why I had to get him on a motherfucking bandana.
No shadow of a doubt.
That's why I had to get on bandana.
And then you got him back.
I had to get him back. Tariq.
So
whenever you want your rematch, you can get it, nigga.
But the respect
you the best. You the best, though. You the best. But whenever you want your rematch.
The respect for Kendrick, like, talk about that, because I feel the same way. Kendrick obviously is one of the most commercially successful artists, but he's also like just
one of the best technical rappers
ever
of all time. Yeah.
So when you like, Kendrick is one of those guys who because you're one of those guys too. There's a few of you guys. There's Pusha T. There's a few of those guys.
Not a lot.
There's not a lot, dude. It's like 4 or 5 of y'all.
It ain't that many Jedis of this rap shit. There's a lot of you niggas can't pull out that laser sword and do this shit.
So you acknowledge, like, Kendrick is kind of the guy who you're like, okay, like
Kendrick. I look at Kendrick, Push. I'll be like, oh damn, that nigga Push. This is how I judge a rapper. How I fucking, if I buy into your character. First of all, I got to buy into your character. If I look at your character and I think your character is flawed and bullshit, I'm like, I don't fuck with that. You know what I'm saying? Then I look at your technical skill.
Right.
You know what I mean? Your technical skill. That means a lot. So I look at guys like Kendrick and Push and even Drake, man. Drake is one of the best. I mean, I don't got to say his name because the nigga got the charts speak for itself. But
I don't disagree.
Aside from the chart shit,
I don't
the nigga can rap great. You know what I'm saying? So and I feel like you can't be great in this shit unless you got to study the game. I look at niggas every time I look at everybody. It don't matter like what kind of genre of rap it is, how you rap, and I look at it and I study it and I be like, damn, like I gotta stay relevant. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of niggas, that's how niggas fall off. I tweeted some shit like a week ago. I said, man, the key to this shit is not falling off. And not falling off is the way you not fall off is you remain a student of the game at all times in anything that you're doing. Whether it's motherfucking rapping, goddamn, if you fucking pimping hoes.
Hooping, pimping, whatever.
Anything, nigga. Remain a student of the game because there's always something more that you can learn. If you close your mind off to learning, that's when you fuck up. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if you stay learning, then you'll always be great. You know what I mean? Like, bro, my rap career could have been over motherfucking 10 years ago.
I mean, listen.
Let's be honest.
There was point in times where, I've never.
It could have been over a long time ago.
No, but I would just say there was point in times where, like, I just felt like you just weren't like passionate about this shit anymore.
No, that could have been last year.
I was gonna say there was about a year and a half ago conversation we had.
But you know what that means? Though?
When you were like, "Yo, Bandana's my last album."
I do it so good, I'm bored.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'd be like, man, you know what? I don't really, you know what I mean? Like,
no, because I remember I came to your crib, you played me Bandana.
When I rap, sometimes I feel like I'm playing. It's like me playing against. Some fucking 4-year-olds in basketball one-on-one. Like, nigga, I'm okay, man. This is whatever. You know what I mean? I just got a brand new movie role. Like, I'm trying to, branch out and do new shit.
We'll talk about that later, bro. But listen, I want to know.
I'm about to buy a strip club.
Listen, let me know if you need an investor.
Club Diego. But let's get back to the rapping. I'm just talking shit.
I'm curious. You're a big basketball guy.
Yes.
If we're talking...
I can play, too. I can play better than J. Cole.
Okay, well, listen, I have no comment on that because I can't play better than
I can comment on it. I seen you miss that dunk, boy. You can't play better than me. And white boy Matt, you definitely can't play better than me. So whenever y'all want to do that ESGN, Dreamville, or whatever fuck game,
I'll be the water boy.
Nah, fuck that. I heard this nigga J. Cole's about to motherfucking start playing basketball professionally.
Hey, Cole can hoop.
So what? I can't hoop.
You can't?
No, but I could play. It's the difference.
I
could play. I can't. I'm not no nigga. I'm not no.
Hey, Kobe hooper. On that court with that trainer in that New York.
I'm not no hooper. I could hoop. I could play. but I'm not no nigga that, you know, I like, you know, some niggas when, you know, they sleep with the basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, I be whipping it up. I don't got time to be sleeping with the basketball. You feel what I'm saying, my nigga? I was in the tree at me. But I'm athletically gifted enough to play. You know what I mean? You know, if I got to compare myself to an NBA player, how my basketball game is, it's probably like Patrick Beverly. Oh, shout out the Lord. Shout out to Patrick Beverly. Because I'll make it so you can't get your game off. Day. You'll have a fucking rough day. That's why I say, Cole, you can't hoop me. None of you rap niggas. You know what? The only nigga that I feel could hoop me, that fucked me up on the court, gave me some buckets. But I'm going to keep it real. I was fucked up that day. I was hungover. But even if I was at full strength, he still would have fucked me up. The best athlete in music. The Michael Jordan of athletics in music. Chris Brown.
Oh, yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with y'all niggas?
Yeah.
The nigga, oh, look, man, I seen the nigga playing like 3 celebrity games. The nigga shook like 10 niggas, dunked.
Chris Brown can hoop.
Did backflips.
Yeah, Chris Brown's he's just athletically good.
Chris Brown is the best the best industry hooper, athletic. He's the best industry athlete out there, and I dare any of you niggas to say anything otherwise because the nigga Chris Brown,
that motherfucker can paint, he could sing, he could dance, he could hoop, he could do that. Shout out to Chris Brown, man.
Nigga,
sans the Rihanna incident, he's our Michael Jackson.
Yeah, they ain't gonna. I don't know nothing about that.
I'm just saying he's our Michael Jackson.
He is like Michael Jackson.
Bro, he is our Michael.
Give him his fucking props. Y'all need to quit fucking with that nigga. He did this shit. It is what it is.
But that motherfucker is I think he's the most talented human being in music.
He is one of the most talented human beings on earth.
He can do a whole mural on the side of your house with spray paint cans.
I want you to be on my album. You know what I mean? So I'm showing you some love. But
I want to hear Chris Brown rapping on your album.
That's what I want. I want a verse.
Listen, you're a basketball guy. I'm a basketball guy. If you had to assemble your fantasy basketball starting 5 lineup of MCs. Yes. I'm putting Kendrick at the point. I'm putting you at the 2.
Oh, you talking about rapping? Right,
rapping.
Right. Okay, because
we got Kendrick at the point, running the point. Okay. I got you at the 2.
Yes, I'm at the 2.
You're at the 2.
Either the 2 or the 3. I'm like Jimmy Butler. I'm like the Jimmy Butler.
Okay, you could go either way. You could lock up somebody.
Yeah.
I need to know who's filling out that small forward, power forward, and center on the squad.
Oh,
best rappers in the game.
Best rappers in the game right now.
Right now.
Are we going like?
No, I'm talking about right now.
Right now, like the five best rappers in the game right now. Kendrick, Push,
Freddie Gibbs, you're one.
Yeah,
so we got 3 more names we got to fill out. So we got Push. Push is one of them.
Push is one of them for sure. Push is a staple. Drake.
Okay.
You know what I mean? The nigga got bars, dog. We talking about niggas with bars.
Listen, man, I'm just waiting for Drake to drop a classic album, and I think he might have one and Take Care. But I agree with you.
We talking about niggas with bars right now.
Drake is on that level. I just
bar for bar, he's there.
He's there. We got one more.
Damn, that's crazy to think about. I'm thinking about bars.
I'm gonna let you do 2 more. We'll throw the 6th man in there.
Oh, we could throw the 6th man in that motherfucker? Okay. If we gon', you know what I mean, go one more nigga with bars, man, bro. You talking about right now? Right now. I can't leave Tariq.
Black Thought.
That nigga got bars, bro.
Off the bench, I'm taking Royce,
Benny
the Butcher, or Killer Mike.
Yeah, that's it right there. All those spots are interchangeable.
They are.
You just name the best rappers. All the best rappers. Shout out to Killer Mike. Running Jews out right now. You know what I mean? Listen, shout out to Killer Mike, man. Killer Mike always supported me.
100%.
So I love Killer Mike like a brother. I just text you and told you I love you, and you ain't text me back. I'm mad at you right now, Killer Mike.
I think.
Call me back, nigga. I know you was protesting and doing your Killer Mike shit. Call Freddie Gibbs back. I want to talk to you about the album.
I just tweeted yesterday. I was like, yo, the last few weeks of hip hop, we got Alfredo and Run the Jewels 4.
Right. And I called, Killer Mike, I called you, nigga, and you ain't called me back, man. I don't like that shit, man.
How crazy is that? It's interesting because
I don't like that shit, Killer Mike.
You brought up Benny the Butcher. Westside Gunn just had the Twitter interaction.
You know, Bootleg Kev.
Are we calling Killer Mike? I'll call him too. Mike. I just talked to him yesterday.
He got to call me right now. He got to answer the phone because I don't like that
That's
shit.
my guy.
He ain't going to answer because he ain't going to answer.
I'm going to call him right back.
He ain't going to answer because he's doing activation. He activating the streets. He got a barbershop. You know what I'm saying?
The swag shop.
He ain't gonna answer. Hey, bro.
Hold on, I'm gonna call him right now.
Hit me, bro. Because look, Killer Mike is that nigga.
Killer Mike
Grind
is
Time Rap Gang. Before the Run of Jewels. Y'all don't know nothing about Grind Time Rap Gang.
Of course.
You know
I do. Grind Time. Come on, bro.
Y'all don't know nothing about that Grind Time Rap Gang.
Shout out. Hey, you know he's the one who put Pill on.
Who?
Killer Mike.
What? Come on. I know all about Pill.
I know you do.
Pill, my nigga. We on the motherfucking Bootleg Kev podcast. That shit was hard. Look at his ass to drop.
I don't think he's answering either.
Yeah, Killer Mike. I told you he activating. He not answering.
Shout out to Killer Mike though, because like
shout out to him.
I was in a position last week where I didn't know where to donate money to. You know, I wanted to make sure that my money was in the right place.
Shout out to all my girlfriends. I love all y'all, and Daddy is coming home soon.
Let me ask you something.
Yes.
Right now, I do feel like there is a class of hip hop that has been missing. You've been consistent with what you do.
Correct.
And the people who I'm going to mention have been consistent with what they do, but I do feel like the last year there's been a acknowledgement of the culture of like, yo, people are tired of this SoundCloud bullshit.
Bars.
Rap has been in a horrible place
for
a long time.
Bars.
But what I'm saying is there's Freddie Gibbs. There's Royce the 5'9". Sci-Hi the Prince's album was fucking crazy. Big Crit is one of those guys. But
hey,
like,
Big
I
Crit.
feel
Hey, Big Crit. Let me tell you something, Big Crit. Get with me.
Listen, man. Big Crit. Another,
hey, me and Big Crit did one fucking song.
Which is
I be like, Big Crit.
That was a Static Selector record.
That's bullshit.
That was a Static record, right?
No. We did Rob. Let me tell you the story about Rob Me a Nigga.
Oh wait, he was on that song without Alley Boy.
Stop it.
By the way, one of my favorite.
That
Gibbs
was Big Crit's
ever.
song. That was Big Crit's song. Big Crit was like, hey man, look, he hit me. He was like, hey man, look man, I got this song, man. I was like, what? What's up with it? He was like, man, you know, this shit talking about kind of like robbing and shit. He was like, you know, I feel like you like a robbing ass nigga. I feel like this shit fit you more. I said, send it to me. And then like a nigga, I did one of the best verses of my life on that motherfucker. So shout out to Big Crit.
Listen, let me tell you
that. Big Crit, but. Come on, fam. We supposed to been got back in the lab, man. I don't know what you on, man. You know what I'm saying? But I know Gangsta Kane. You know what I'm saying? We went on that one tour, and I know Gangsta Kane is a lot to deal with. But look, Big Crit, I've grown, man.
It's Evolved Kane.
It's Evolved Kane, man. I got kids now. You know, it's a different nigga. See, Big Crit went on tour.
Wow, Robbie.
Big Crit went on tour with Freddie Gibbs that wasn't a family man yet.
Oh, I'm aware.
He went on he's seen a lot of shit. So shout out to Big Crit, man. I always got love for you, man. I love you to death, man. You know what I mean? Whatever you doing, I'm fucking with it. But always supporting and always want to fuck with you. Shout out to Dutch too. That's my name.
Dutch is my guy. No, Big Crit's another one of the GOATs. Like I feel like, yo,
yeah,
dog,
Big Crit don't get enough credit.
Fuck your accolades, fuck your record sales. Like if you don't think Big Crit is like one of the top 25 greatest,
shout out to Big
you're
Crit.
a crazy person. With that being said, the last 12 to 24 months, we're talking.
I'm the best.
Freddie Gibbs. We're talking Killer Mike, Royce, and then there's the Griselda squad.
I'm talking Freddie Gibbs.
But what I wanted to talk to you about, okay. Yesterday Lambo tweeted what he tweeted. Or was it 2 days ago?
Correct. Yeah, he did.
So Lambo essentially was like, yo, when was the last time a rapper dropped 2 projects that were as amazing as Alfredo and Bandana in back-to-back years? Now in my head, I thought to myself, DMX. It's dark and hell is hot.
Same thing I thought.
Flesh of my flesh, blood of my blood.
Flesh of my flesh, blood of my blood.
Now, like Westside Gunn is my boy. And listen, like, yo, I am a huge Griselda fan, and I think that what they've done is special, and I think that they're like when we're having the discussion of like the good guys in rap. And the elite in hip hop, like those guys are in the discussion. You mentioned Benny the Butcher being one of your
a dear friend of mine.
And I think
Conway, dear friend of mine.
Alfredo, 1985 is a song that obviously the intro to the album. It's actually my favorite.
Can I get some more of your good shit?
Let's get to it, baby.
Yes, sir. Bootleg Kev taking over the game.
We cracked open the 1942 for this because it's a celebration, man.
To Bootleg Kev for taking over the game.
I also,
my dog.
My dog. I gotta be 100% honest with you, Fred.
Shout out to all my kids.
Fred, can we be honest here?
What's that?
I was a little sad that you went to the LA Leakers and did the freestyle.
Did that freestyle with Rabbit?
Yeah. I was a little sad.
I did a freestyle on your shit.
You did,
too.
but it wasn't that.
It wasn't as good as that one.
That shit was and listen, shout out to Justin, shout out to Milk. But that shit hurt my heart, man.
That one was better than yours, I agree.
It was.
When I came to yours, I wasn't as prepared.
You were not.
I was kind of having a bad day. But when I went to them,
he remembers. Nico was there.
I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready to rap. But when I got, but I'm gonna keep it real. I'm a real nigga. I gotta keep it real. But I shook it off. I rapped. It's your shit was like flu game raps.
Mm-hmm.
They shit.
It was great.
They shit was like 69-point Jordan raps.
I just would like to point out that there's been one radio DJ who's been consistent in his support with you for the last 11 years, and it's Bootleg Kev.
That's why I'm here.
That's my guy right there.
Is Bootleg Kev on the radio? This is just a homie.
That's my brother right there.
Look, that's my dog for life. You know
so,
what I'm saying?
hey, so
but
listen.
Next time I'm gonna do a freestyle for you, and it's gonna be better than Sour Milk and them niggas, man. Shout out Sour Milk.
And they're good. Hey, for the record, I fuck with both of those guys.
I do too.
It's
They're
not some
my
weirdo.
homies.
I hate weirdo radio beef.
I went up there. What I tell you earlier, dog. When I got a nemesis or somebody to go against, I'm a better person. So that's why I like beef. That's why I don't give a fuck if a nigga like me. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because I like the pressure. I invite it. I love it. I love it. Lambo probably gonna get mad after this interview. He gonna be like, oh man, this nigga.
Shout out to Lambo, man.
Shout out to Lambo. You're the man. I ride for you. So fuck any nigga against you because he against me. But you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like I invite it. So that day,
I'm aware.
When I went to motherfucking Sour Milk and them niggas, I had my son and my baby mama was on some bullshit. I was like, yo, I gotta drop this nigga off. I gotta go do some work. She wasn't answering the phone.
She wasn't fucking with you.
So I was mad.
You had the baby like, fuck it.
That was a real mad rap. So when you make me mad, I feel like I do the best. So I let motherfuckers, I be peaceful while I'm doing my album, and then I let somebody piss me off, and then I finish it.
Well, it was amazing. Shout out to Milk. Shout out to the LA Leakers. That freestyle was fucking crazy.
That was the best freestyle. I'm gonna do another one this year. That's gonna be better than that one.
It'll be on my show. You know what's funny is I have like footage of a freestyle we did on my birthday where you were so drunk.
And it's probably better than any other rap.
Nah, it was you were fake. Remember when we were in Vegas and you came out to my birthday at Rosenberg Host?
Damn.
And you were you brought some whores out from the fucking which video shoot?
See,
the thuggin' video.
Now I told my first baby mama that I wasn't in Vegas that day. Now you just fucked me up.
Bro, we had flyers. But
I lied.
Okay.
But I don't lie no more though. I stopped doing that once I got out.
But no, it's just crazy because I watched the footage from my flip cam like a few months ago and I was like, damn, this was the drunkest Gibbs freestyle ever. With that being said, you mentioned having nemesis like and motivation.
I just got a call from Big Booty Ballhead Smoothie.
Jesus, wait, hold on.
She bad. I'm gonna show you later. I'm gonna show you later.
No, you should show. That's like literally what the contact is.
She bad. I'm gonna show you.
Did you find her at a smoothie shop?
Nah, she don't have no hair and an ass. Hold on, let me show you a picture. Big Booty Bald Head Smoothie.
Big Booty Bald Head Smoothie, bruh.
That's her name.
You still want this in the interview?
Yeah, I mean he's a single man.
I'm a single man. I hope that you are single too. Hold on, look at that.
Oh wow.
Hold on.
Gee, that's a vagina. Oh my gosh, she's spreading it open. Interesting.
I love it.
Shout out to my wife. I love you.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Shout out to all the married niggas.
I'm one. I mean, I'm a married Caucasian.
I'm married too.
Are you literally married?
To the game.
Oh, I see what you did there.
I'm a polygamist. Do you know that?
Hey, shout out to the Mormons. Shout out to Jim.
Shout out to the Muslims.
Shout out to Jimmer Fredette. You know what
Shout
I'm talking
out
about?
to the Muslims. I'm gonna keep it real. I went to Savior's Day, right? Mm-hmm. And look, the nigga Farrakhan got up there. He was like, "Yeah, man, all my wives in the house." I was like, "I want to live like Farrakhan."
How many wives is Farrakhan have?
I don't know. Who knows? But he's the man.
Yeah,
I'm a polygamist. That's all you need to know.
And you're also a Muslim.
Yes, sir. But I just had some 42.
So let me ask you this: how long have you been a practicing Muslim?
I mean, you know, everybody practice. You got to practice to get better. You know what I'm saying? But you know,
so like, how long has this been a faith that you followed?
I'm a vice lord.
Shout out to the vice lord. Shout out to Chicago.
I'm a vice lord before. I'm a man, and then a vice lord, and then everything else after that. Well, I'm a man, father, and then vice lord, and then everything else after that.
So, but like, because I'm an atheist, so I'm not somebody who's religious in any capacity.
Correct. I feel you.
What
I rock with your views. I love everybody's views.
100%. At what point in time did you? Because I've seen you post your praying rug, like and talk about praying and all that. Like, at what point in time did you commit to that faith? Because I feel like it wasn't always the case. When
my grandfather died in like 2001, and like we was going to like Baptist church our whole life, and I'm not like one of the reverends there. I'm gonna say the nigga name. Fuck that nigga. His name was Pastor Davis. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker had a church.
This is in Gary, Indiana.
Gary, yeah. This motherfucker had a whole church called New Hope. He was a motherfucking pastor at New Hope. The motherfucker was at my granddaddy's funeral, like flirting with my mom, doing all kind of bullshit, and like shit came out about the nigga afterwards. You know what I'm saying?
Why I'm an atheist? Continue.
Bitch ass nigga. Exactly. I feel you on that. So that, you know what I mean, and then like after that, man, you know, when I started hanging around a lot of like the older like lords, like No Love, shout out to No Love, you know what I mean? Like a lot of people don't know No Love, but he like, you know,
Vice
like,
Lord, is this in Chicago area?
This in Gary. This one of my big homies.
Now so just
shout out to No Love, but like guys like that like showed me the Islamic doctrine within life, you know what I mean? So I seen that, and then I was like, you know, the no pork, you know what I mean? And then like my nigga, you know, I got gun charges, you know, when you go to the county, you gonna deck with other lords and stuff like that, especially like, look at you fucking up. Older guys, we got a fresh cup here. Older guys and stuff like that, you know, they teach you things, you know what I mean? So I just, you know, kept, you know, kind of, you know, following that and living by that as I sit and drink 1942 with your white ass.
I think a lot of people that are watching the interview. no, like legit, a lot of people watching the interview don't know what the Vice Lords are because they're not from the Midwest.
They don't need to know what we are. We in silence. We a secret. We nothing. We ain't. What's the Vice Lord? I don't know what that is.
Yeah, that's crazy. We talked about the last couple years. 1985, the intro to the album.
Yeah.
It's probably my favorite instrumental on the album.
Shout out to White Life, all the VLs, you know what I'm saying? Hustle, all the foes. I'm sorry, I just said
no,
that.
good.
I'm sorry.
That was 1985 the last record recorded because it obviously has a lot of the Last Dance references in it.
I did 1985 while I was watching
The Last Dance?
Last Dance episode 8 while all the rest of y'all niggas was watching episode 2.
Just a few weeks ago, by the way.
Because I had all that shit before all y'all niggas had it.
It did leak. It did leak.
Shout out to KD. Shout out to Kevin Durant.
I saw KD at your crib. We're going to talk about your relationship with KD soon. As a basketball fan, I have a very unfavorable opinion on KD, but I do recognize.
Let's talk about that.
I do recognize
we can talk basketball.
Listen, Gibbs, I recognize that KD's been a big supporter of yours for a long time, so he gets my pass.
Shout out to KD, man. KD is like my, you know, that's like one of my brothers, man. I love him.
He's been a big supporter of your
I
shit.
admire him. I like give him. You know, you can't give a nigga with $600 million advice, but you could you could be like, hey, bro, you know what I mean? It's love, man. I just try to just, you know, just provide, you know, just, you know, the homie vibe. I fuck with homie, and you know, we watch basketball, talk about life, and that's it, my nigga. Like we real, you know, that's my real homie, y'all. You know, I know a lot of niggas that play basketball and a lot of niggas that hoop, a lot of niggas in the NFL. I know some niggas that motherfucking play tennis. I know some soccer niggas. You know what I'm saying? But like, you know, Kevin, me and Kevin is like real friends. I fuck with him.
He's been a big supporter of yours for a long time.
Shout out to my nigga. That's my dog. You know what I mean? Like.
With that being said, what are your thoughts on his move with the Warriors?
What do you mean? Shit.
I'm just curious because I'm a strictly basketball perspective here.
You know, I'm impartial. I'm partial, bro. So anything that
unbiased perspective here.
I'm biased. I mean,
are you saying
anything that bro do? I support.
Okay.
So anything when he did that shit, I was already I was supporting it. Anything he wanted to do, you know, I support it. You know what I mean? Like, I think that, you know, you can know somebody from a fan standpoint, but when you know them on a personal standpoint,
it's different.
Everything's different. You know what I mean? Like, bro, like you know, you could be looking at things different. You see things different. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't like having friends and stuff that I can't learn from and build from, because like I just told you, like when you stop being a student of the game, that's when you fuck up.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a student of life. Yeah. So, you know, you my friend. I learn shit from you every time I come around you. We were just talking about dick pills.
Hey, listen. If you're in the LA area and you need Viagra,
But what I'm saying,
I got the 100 milligrams. Get at me.
what I'm saying is, like
Ain't nothing wrong with it. Listen, I would like
it ain't a lot of people that are basically what I'm saying. Fuck the defense. Basically what
that
I'm saying
lets you know how good of friends we are.
Exactly.
Because we could talk dick
It ain't a
pills
lot
together.
of people that I call you one of my close friends, Kev.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, KD, that's a close friend of mine. So, I learn when I go around homies and I learn from them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And vice versa. You know what I mean? So, I don't really fuck with nobody that I can't soak no game up from. You know what I mean? And we both soak up game from each other. You know what I mean? Me and you, me and KD, all my niggas that I fuck with. Really
Couple of
like
Kevins.
That. Exact. Couple of Kevins.
Shout out to KD.
Shout out to KD.
I hope I meet him one day, and I take a photo with him so all my friends.
Yeah, the motherfucking Warriors won the motherfucking last couple of championships without him anyway, nigga. Exactly.
They wouldn't have.
Hell fucking no.
Let's be honest.
Y'all can say all that bullshit. Hey. Let's put an end to that debate. Let's put an end to that fuck shit.
I agree.
Because the nigga, I can see if he went there and he was just a piece.
No.
Fam went there and became finals MVP 2 times in a row. So
I'd like to point out that the Warriors wouldn't have won championship number 1 had Kyrie and Kevin Love been injured the whole series. LeBron still took him by himself to 6 with Dellavedova. I'm talking about year 1 before KD joined.
I love LeBron too. LeBron is on my Mount Rushmore of basketball players.
100%. But what I'm saying is,
but
think about the.
I love that, but
think about the Warriors.
Can we stop?
Go ahead.
The LeBron MJ shit.
I mean, I think whoever says
after Last Dance.
How about this?
After Last Dance, can we stop the LeBron MJ shit?
No.
Why not? Why can't we?
Listen, if I ask somebody who's the GOAT, if your answer isn't either Michael Jordan or LeBron, then
I give you that.
I'm like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I give you that.
Because I do think, like, God rest Kobe's soul, right? Like, I think there's people who I speak with who are like, it's Kobe. And I'm like, well, fam, you're just not a basketball fan then. You're like...
No, you could put Kobe up there, bro.
No, you could put Kobe up, but you can't put... I just think that there's...
It's like...
There's Jordan and LeBron.
Bro, let me tell you. It's 6 niggas.
Okay.
That you can be like, yo, this nigga was the greatest player of all time.
Who are your 6?
It's 6 niggas that you can be like, yo, this nigga was the greatest player of all time.
Because to me, it's only 2.
Off track record? No, it's not only 2. Because we're not in the same peer group of our fathers. You know what I'm saying? So them niggas might think Wilt Chamberlain or Bill Russell was the greatest nigga of all time.
Which
you know
also goes back to the rap conversation.
Exactly.
That we just had about.
Exactly.
Yo, put LeBron back then.
Bro, that's why so much basketball shit in my lyrics, because I compare rap to basketball.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? So, bro, if you want to think about the 6 greatest players.
Who's the 6?
Bro, LeBron for sure. Jordan, of course. Jordan's the greatest player of all time on and off the court. Let's get that understood.
Okay.
On and off the court, Jordan is the greatest player of all time. LeBron, you know what I'm saying? Larry Bird is the greatest fucking white boy to touch a basketball.
I don't disagree.
Of all time.
I do not disagree.
He is the greatest. Luka Doncic is on his way.
Luka's about...
Bro. In 10 years, we're going to be talking about Luka.
Listen, ask the man in
the
yellow.
Luka. You heard it here first. We're going to talk about Luka.
I am a big Luka guy. That
I'm a
motherfucker's going to be a goat.
Luka guy too.
He's going to be a goat.
You know what I'm saying? Magic.
Yeah.
Kareem. One more nigga.
Kobe.
Hold on, 2 more niggas. Kobe.
Tim Duncan.
No. Kevin Durant. You could do that. Kevin Durant is one of the, and I'm not saying that shit. I'm not saying that shit because this nigga my friend. He's an automatic fucking bucket.
I think Kevin Durant's top 2 or 3 scorer ever.
He is the top 2 scorer ever. First of all,
I think he's one of the greatest scorers.
Michael Jordan and Kevin Durant are the best 2 scorers in NBA history.
And if I'm being honest,
and then I gotta go to James Harden.
Listen,
and
you saying that, I can't even disagree with the Harden point. But do I put KD over Tim Duncan?
I do.
Bro, Tim Duncan got 5 rings.
I don't give a fuck. Sometimes it ain't about rings, bro. It's a lot of niggas in the NBA that
I am on the same.
It's a lot of niggas that ain't about rings.
But is not Tim Duncan the greatest power forward to ever live?
Do you put Charles Barkley above motherfucking Stacey King? Stacey King got 2 or 3 rings.
I don't disagree. Robert Horry's got rings.
Thank you, my nigga.
A
lot of niggas got rings.
If we're talking rings, Bill Russell's the GOAT.
Thank you.
I don't disagree. But you would put KD over Tim Duncan?
Yes.
I don't know about that.
If you picking a fucking team, And them the last two niggas left.
And I got...
And no disrespect to Tim Duncan.
I got Magic.
Tim Duncan is the best power forward of all time.
If I got Magic at the point...
But I don't need him. But listen, Tim Duncan is the best power forward of all time, but I don't need him in my starting five if I got a Kevin Durant. I don't need him. I don't need you, nigga.
I don't know, man.
If I got Shaq and Kevin Durant, I don't need you.
You know, we do agree on the Shaq point, obviously.
There you go. I don't need you.
I think Pink Shaq.
If I got Shaq, I'll put KD at the 4, and then you take the ball, do whatever the fuck you want to do.
Peak Shaq is better than any center ever. Peak Shaq. You take
Shaq, period, is better than
any. If you put Shaq up against Wilt or fucking Bill Russell,
listen,
it's a wrap.
No disrespect to Wilt or Bill Russell, but fuck y'all. The only centers that I see, for real, the best centers to me is Shaq and Hakeem. I love Bill Russell and Will.
We're talking about eras, man, y'all people get better.
Cut it out. Y'all was playing against Bob Cousy.
They're probably playing against people who look like
Thank you. You was playing against niggas like Bootleg Kev. I would have dunked on Bootleg Kev all day.
I don't disagree.
So look, motherfucking Akeem Olajuwon.
Yeah.
Akeem Olajuwon is the best skilled center of all time.
I don't disagree.
He's
of
all time.
Back-to-back
him and Shaq is 1 and 1A.
I don't disagree.
They are 1 and 1A.
That might be you and me's age group, but I don't disagree with you.
I don't give a fuck about age group. Those are the best motherfuckers of all time. You put, I go off. Put me in any era. Put Shaq in their era.
Put Hakeem in any era.
Put Hakeem in any era. He's gone.
I don't disagree.
You can't put Bill Russell in any era.
I
don't care what you say.
Hakeem winning against Shaq.
No disrespect to Bill Russell.
Yeah.
But you can't put Bill Russell in any era and he will succeed.
I don't disagree.
If you put
Bill
Shaq in any era,
it's over.
He succeeds.
If you put Bill Russell,
if you put Kevin Durant in any era,
Gibbs,
he succeeds.
Listen, if you put Bill Russell against Dwight,
you can't defend you can't defend 7 feet that can shoot threes.
If you put Bill Russell against Dwight Howard, it's over. Dwight is killing him.
Come on.
And Dwight Howard was physically more dominant.
He had a booty injury.
Pause. Listen.
But LA, we like Dwight now. Kobe didn't fuck with him back in the day, but we like him now.
Hey,
Kobe and Def fuck with Dwight. So we like, okay, all right, we cool, Dwight. You got your purple hair.
Let me ask you this. Working on Alfredo, working on Bandana and Piñata, how is the creative process different between you working exclusively with Madlib and you working exclusively with Al on a project?
How did we get off basketball?
I mean, because, we talking about this rap shit.
Okay, fuck the rap. Okay, look. Alchemist and Otis, I hold them in the same regard of producers.
100%, likewise.
Elite.
Likewise.
Top level, top shelf elite. 1942 Clase Azul. It's like if we had some Clase Azul right here.
Or some Patron. Or some fucking...
What?
I'm talking...
Patron. No, niggas. Stop, Bootleg Kev. If we had this, and if we had a bottle of Clase Azul next to it,
they're on the same level.
That's Madlib and Alchemist to me.
For the alcoholics, this should be an easy reference to understand.
Alchemist, the only nigga that Alchemist, look at when he make is Madlib. And the only nigga that Madlib look at when he making beats is Alchemist. So listen, bro. Both of these guys are my fucking great friends. So I got something that no rapper in the game got. These are my guys. These are my friends. You know what I'm saying? And a nigga asked me today, like, Ebro. Shout out to Ebro. I fuck with you.
Shout out to Ebro. You
don't play my songs on Hot 97, but whatever.
But you know what? It's Hot 97.
But I love you.
Rosenberg plays them. Shout out to Rosenberg. Late night on Sunday nights. Shout out to Rosenberg.
But Ebro, you don't play Gangsta Kane, but you need to because the game's about to switch, and then you're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, Gangsta Kane." But I'm telling you first, I love you. Shout out
Apple Music.
Anyway, shout out Apple Music, Hot 97, all them everything you represent, Ebro. I fuck with
Ebro's
you.
a great guy.
Because I fuck with you. You know why? Because I fuck with you because you fuck with you're an activist first.
100%.
You my nigga. But what was we talking about? Ebro, Alchemist.
We were talking about Alchemist versus Madlib.
Yes. Okay. So me and Ebro was talking about Alchemist versus motherfucking Madlib, and both of these motherfuckers are top echelon producers, though.
100%.
So
I mean, we're talking about
these
both
niggas
of them are
made
all-time
me,
greats.
So the fact I will contribute, I will, you know, attribute the fact that, you know, my rapping skill got better from going to rap school with these two guys.
That's fact.
I feel like a lot of niggas need to go to rap school. A lot of niggas don't know how to rap. You know what I mean? And
listen,
if you in the studio with Al and Madlib, bro, you're gonna fucking become a better fucking rapper, dog. Go to rap school. Everybody that come through Alchemist studio, I'd be like, bro, ask Al. I told him I said, bro, it's rap school. This is rap school right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro,
yeah.
and Madlib don't even come out. So if you get the fucking chance, the glimpse, the opportunity, the mini window of getting with Madlib, nigga, that's a blessing. You know what I'm saying? So like both of those guys are a blessing to the game, man. Those are my two favorite producers. You know what I'm saying? I love everybody. You know what I'm saying? But those guys sharpen me up. They sharpen my sword. They made me a better rapper, dog. Like I wouldn't have, like, nigga, come on, bro. I'm out this motherfucker. Fucking hoes pushing Lamborghinis, motherfucking Porsches. Yeah. I got an Aston Martin outside right now. Yes, I wouldn't have none of that shit if it was not for Madlib and Alchemist. Because these are the guys that push me to be a better rapper. These are the guys that sharpen my sword. You know what I'm saying? So then when I get on any other producer beat, I obliterate it.
Cheers.
Cheers to that.
Gibbs, you and Madlib. I know Lambo had a lot to do with you guys getting together. But yes. This was 2014.
Correct.
This happened.
Yeah.
Talk about, because look, at the end of the day, like, I feel like you have like barely made it.
Shout out
like,
to Benny the Butcher, Tana Talk. I was bumping that on the way here.
By the way, Tana Talk's fucking incredible. Shout out to Griselda.
Fire.
Shout out Benny the Butcher. Shout out to Conway.
Shout out Benny the Butcher. You my nigga.
Listen, that era of your career, 2014. There's Barely Made It. There's ESGN, Babyface Killer.
Right.
There's like the post Jeezy shit. This record drops, and it to me kind of proved what I've been telling everybody this whole time. Because I feel like throughout your career early on, like, yeah, like, bro, straight killer, no filler, like all this shit, like even the shit that you were doing on with Jeezy, the Run DMC shit, all this shit, like, damn. Like, yo, I was telling people back then, like, yo, my man just jumped on a record with Jeezy, and he's also doing a record with Dom Kennedy. Like, fuck out of here, right? Correct. But you dropped this. Shout out
Dom Kennedy.
You dropped fucking Cocaine Piñata, which technically was Piñata, right?
Cocaine Piñata.
But it was supposed to be Cocaine Piñata, but I think it came out as just Piñata. But
I sent some dope in a Piñata to a person, and then I named the album after that. That was a real true story.
But what I'm saying is, like,
shout out to Lambo.
That was 2014. You and Madlib come together. From a rapper, like from a fan's perspective, I saw it as like, this shit is about to be crazy.
Saw it as I didn't know, bro, I'm gonna keep it real. I didn't know who the fuck.
No, and I know you at the time, so I knew you didn't know about that world.
I didn't know about that world.
So
I knew who Madlib was, and I knew who the Alcoholics was at that point.
Shout out to the Licks.
Shout out to the Licks. Shout out to Tash.
Tash, fucking King T.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. I think I talked to Tash and around that time. And the thing that really inspired Piñata, I'm sorry. The only thing that really inspired me working with Madlib is, like I said to you, bro, I'm a real competitive nigga. 100%. And sometimes it ain't no disrespect or none of that shit.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I was hanging around Blood, Mitchie Slick.
Shout out Mitchie Slick, San Diego.
Shout out to me Slick. Me and Mitchie, that's my big homie. And we was doing what we do. You know what I mean? Yeah.
But strong arm steady.
Exactly. That right there. I said, who is this nigga y'all did an album with? What's this?
They did it 100%. I remember that.
Stoney Jackson shit.
An amazing album. Shout out Crondime.
Crondime.
Feel the Agony. We did the Shout out Feel the Agony.
Feel the Agony. Exactly.
Yeah.
So listen, I'm like, this is how I learned Madlib. Because Lambo could bring me shit all day and be like, yeah, this shit is great. You know, I love Lambo. That's my dog. You know what I mean? But the fact that we brothers and we can disagree and re-agree, that's what makes our dynamic.
100%.
He bring me shit and I'd be like, or I bring him shit and he'd be like,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like the fact that we can tell each other the truth is what makes our alliance so great. You know what I'm saying? So, because if we tell each other the fucking truth at all times when it comes to like the artistic shit, then it's like crack. The good shit gonna flow to the top.
100%.
You feel me? The crack gonna flow to the top and you scoop that out. You feel what I'm saying? So like, I didn't know about Otis like that. I knew a little bit.
You knew a little bit, yeah.
But then I was like, all right. But I was hanging around Mitchie, you know what I mean? Because I fuck with Mitchie Slick. That's my big
Incredible
bro.
MC, legend.
Exactly.
Shout out
That's
Mitchie
my
Slick.
big bro. I was hanging around Mitchie, and I was impressed with what he was doing, and I was impressed with what Crondon was doing. I was hanging around Crondon. I was hanging around Crondon because we was all doing drugs.
Facts.
We was sipping syrup.
Shout out to the whole
Shout out to
Strong
Crondon
Arm
because
Steady.
look, Strong look, Crondon.
And now
me
Crondon's on TV.
Of course.
Black Lightning.
At that point, me and Crondon was motherfucking drinking Ocean Spray and Actavis. And he know. That's why I don't even gotta say nothing. Ocean Spray. Crondon put me on Ocean Spray. That's why I said that shit on Cataracts.
Mm-hmm.
I said crime mixed with crack and grape. I want to see what that about. Cause I was drinking the shit with Sprite. I was listening to Future and shit like, oh yeah, dirty Sprite.
Right.
But Crondon was like, hey nigga, look, man, I got this crack and grape Ocean Spray. I said, damn. And BJ, the Chicago kid, you know what I'm saying? We was all in that culture.
Shout out BJ, legendary Gibbs collaborative person.
A legendary. That's
you
my,
got,
that's
you guys
my,
have
a
a
legend. He's a legendary
legend
by
on his own.
himself.
I agree.
That is my brother. I love BJ, the Chicago
BJ's
kid.
incredible.
You are a legend. I love you. A lot of niggas don't give you your flowers, but I'ma always give you your flowers because I love you, dog, and you my brother, and I die for you.
BJ got real classics.
I die for BJ.
BJ got real classics
Real
with
classics.
some of the greatest rappers of all time.
BJ got classics by itself.
100%. Shout out to BJ.
Shout out to BJ. You my brother. I love you. I die for you. I kill a nigga over you. I will shoot a nigga 25 times in the face for you. But back to our regular program.
the Iraq or back to the Madlib shit. So you obviously you're friends with Mitchie. You're friends with Crondon.
Friends with Crondon. So I see Stoney Jackson, and I'm like, damn, I can make something like that. I could do that shit too. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If y'all give me an opportunity to do that shit too, I could do that shit too. You know what I mean? Like Lambo always, Lambo was fucking with Stone's Throw.
Shout out to Stone's Throw.
That's Stone's Throw. No, it ain't Stone's.
And I mean that was a part of that era.
Yeah,
like Madlib, Stone's Throw, Peanut Butter
whatever.
Wolf, like all that whole indie
Whatever.
fucking backpack shit.
Shout out to Egon.
100%.
Fuck Stone's Throw. Shout out to Egon. We ain't shutting no Stone's Throw. We shout out to Egon. Egon put this shit together. You know what I'm saying? I gotta give props to Egon because Lambo and Egon relationship made the motherfucking Piñata. Me and Madlib didn't know each other, dog.
Of
You know
course,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
Let's be real. Me and Madlib didn't know each other until we made until we started making the album. And then we was like, whoa, shit. He was like, you a great ass fucking rapper. I said, damn, you a great ass fucking producer, nigga.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And now the relationship that me and him got is brothers. Big brother, little brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I will die for Madlib. I'll lay my life down for him. Now, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because we made some great shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? And like now, like we're at a point where we done toured together. We done been through the war together. We done went to the war with the motherfucking major labels together. You know what I'm saying? So like Madlib is, I look at him as the same way I look at Alchemist, bro. The big brother. You know what I mean? Like these guys are guys that shaped my career. Without these guys, I wouldn't have a fucking career. Like, nigga, my daughter go to motherfucking Sierra Canyon, nigga. You know how much that motherfucking shit costs, nigga? I can't pay for that shit.
That's great.
If I ain't have motherfucking Alchemist and Madlib, nigga. I'm not on no goddamn radio, Bootleg Kev. You on the radio, so you know. I'm not on the fucking radio,
man.
bro. I'm not on the radio, bro.
I'm aware.
You know what I'm saying? So I make my millions off the radio. You know what I mean? I make my millions by fucking with real shit. I make my millions by fucking with Alchemist, by fucking with Madlib. These are my big brothers. You know
What has been the big difference creatively between Alchemist and Madlib when it comes?
Ain't no fucking difference.
So there's no. I'm talking about like when you approach these albums. What is the difference? Because I mean, we hear about Madlib being a guy who makes records on his iPad.
Me and Al. Okay, I'm gonna tell you the difference.
Because they obviously are different producers.
I'm gonna tell you the difference. Okay, I'm gonna tell you the difference. But we all a family.
100%.
We all a family. We all a mafia. Me, Alchemist, Madlib, we are all a fucking mafia. You know what I'm saying? We are all a fucking family. You can't have one without the other. Al, Otis. I told you niggas on Fetty. I said, coldest nigga you ever heard on Al or Otis shit. Because Alchemist is family with Otis, and Otis is family with Alchemist, and all the niggas is family with me.
1,000,000%.
Exactly. So we really all one thing, and we just showing y'all what we can do. You know what I'm saying? We really all one thing. If me, Otis, and Al was in the room together right now, y'all, every nigga will marvel at that.
I don't disagree. At least anyone who has a real ear for hip hop.
Thank you. Exactly. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But me and Otis don't make shit without. When I made Bandana, I hit Al. I said, bro, you like this? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When I made motherfucking Alfredo, I said, hey, L, you like this? Because we all a fucking intertwined family.
Hey, man.
Al, Otis, Ono,
shout out
all shout out Ono.
Yeah.
We are a fucking family. We family. We like related. We blood family, bro. Alchemist, fucking Otis, we all Lambo, Ono. We all a fucking family, bro. So we move like a motherfucking mafia, dog. Like we don't give a fuck about. I don't give a fuck about who like my shit.
Yeah.
I don't care, dog. I stopped giving a fuck who like my shit 10 years ago, bro. You know when I gave a fuck who liked my shit?
When?
I gave a fuck about who liked my shit when I was signing Young Jeezy. I was like, damn, man, I wonder if people like it. Because he was always about that. I don't give a fuck if you like my music, my nigga. Like, nigga, once I got rich, I stopped giving a fuck.
Let me ask you this.
And off the top, you know what I mean? Like, once I got, bro, Lambo just called me this week, about 3 weeks ago. And he bought a brand new house, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, all my people and my family around me is doing good. You know what I mean? So I don't really give a fuck about nothing else. That's all I give a fuck about.
How big, we talked about this before we started the podcast. Talk about the motivation that fueled you from disbanding from CTE.
Correct.
Because
Young Jeezy, he's my motivation every day.
Meaning why? What? Why?
Because I look up to Young Jeezy. I didn't start, listen, man, come on, bro. 2010, I could have fucked with any rapper nigga. I could have fucked with Yo Gotti, Rick Ross, anybody. I
remember.
I looked up to all those niggas.
I was there.
You know what I'm saying? But I really looked up to Young Jeezy, and I was like, you know what I mean? I look up to him. So that said, you know, all the music that I make after that is to prove niggas wrong, to prove that I was where I was supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that little bit of motivation, like, you know, gives me give me that push. You know what I'm saying? So I you know, every day, every time I go in the booth, every project I make, I'm trying to prove somebody wrong. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Gary, Indiana, bro. And I'm the only motherfucking rapper from that motherfucking city.
Yeah.
And that shit is no fucking coincidence. That shit ain't no coincidence.
So
it's like this because I got a different mentality than a lot of niggas. You know what I'm saying? I take the adversity and I use it as fucking fuel. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't do that. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that I can do that, you know what I'm saying, puts me above a lot of niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I wasn't supposed to make it. In 2006, Interscope dropped me.
I remember.
You know what I'm saying?
I
wasn't supposed to be where I'm at right now. And the longevity is because...
Shout out to Just Blaze for all the unapproved beats that released that you were on.
Shout out to Just Blaze. But I'm just saying, though, like you know what I'm saying? I'm not supposed to be where I'm at right now, but I'm here because, you know what I mean, pure perseverance and Lambo.
I also think, too, Lambo. Like, me and you
shout out to Lambo.
I always tell you this. I'm like, dude, like there were times where it would have been easy for you to make the industry move and to like not piss off whoever you pissed off.
Correct.
But you are who you are, and you never compromise that. And like even if it meant you burning, like who gives, like, yo, I'm Fred, so like take me as I am or go fuck yourself.
Correct. And you know what? I'm gonna keep it real with you, bro. You know, I wouldn't have had that same mentality if I didn't have Ghazi.
Shout out to Empire.
You know what I mean? With
Shout out
me,
Nima,
like
shout out Ghazi.
Ghazi, everybody else could say what they want to say, you know what I mean? But, you know, Ghazi made me rich. You know what I'm saying? Like Ghazi, Nima, you know what I mean? Like those,
shout out the whole team, man.
Yeah, those guys like that, they made me like, you know, they made me be able to buy a home. I wouldn't be able to buy a home without Ghazi or Nima. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be able to be in position to take care of my family without Ghazi and Nima.
Hell of a
house
house too, by the way.
I always give, you know, props to those guys. They gave me the confidence. They showed me that I can be a businessman outside of the music industry.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like I didn't have to bow down. You know what I mean? That's why I always give love to Ghazi, because Ghazi always showed me that I didn't have to bow down. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I can do what the fuck I want to do. Like, bro, this album ain't on RCA. This album ain't on no motherfucking like record label.
It's on Empire.
This shit is on fucking Empire.
Yep. Straight
you know what I'm saying? Like real shit, dog. Mm-hmm. Like I love Nima like a brother.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I love Ghazi like a brother.
Facts.
So, you know, I mean, you know, Bandana, that shit was like, you know, 21. But this shit is like, you know, in the top 20 in the Billboard, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, like, you know, me and Lambo, you know, we really had a plan for this. And, you know, sometimes it be too many motherfucking cooks in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy that this is doing better than Bandana. And this ain't even on the motherfucking major. The Bandana was on RCA, bro. Yeah.
And I was hoping that
so that lets you know right there. That
resulted in the Grammy nom because it deserved one.
I don't give a fuck about that, but
I mean,
at the same time,
yeah, of course you give. Yeah, I mean,
that's your job to do little shit like that. Of course, I got snubbed. I don't care about getting snubbed. Right. Before the snub, it was other shit. You know
Me and you had the convo. We were like, yo, if this RCA thing works out, it'll be because you got the Grammy nomination. Because this album is Grammy worthy. I remember you and me talked, and we went through all the albums, and we're like, yo, there's no way this, and then some, you know, like shout out to 21 Savage. No,
shout out, you know,
but like 21 Savage should not have been nominated for Album of the Year or hip hop over your shit. Like that shit's crazy.
I like that album, but
it was a good album. But like,
shout out to Peter Edge, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Peter Edge and, you know, the people at RCA. You know what I mean? Because, you know, they did their fucking job, you know what I mean? It's other people that, you know, RCA, like, hired and shit that didn't do what the fuck they was supposed to do. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, them niggas that be trying to act like all on that old brother shit. Like, yeah brother. Like, fuck out of here, bitch ass nigga. I brought that motherfucking that bandana shit over there, finished product. You know what I'm saying? So let's put that shit out there, dog, from the gate. You know
I heard the album a year and a half before it came out.
But listen, I'm gonna tell you this, my nigga, like, The
Bandana
niggas that worked on Bandana was Freddie Gibbs, Lambo, Egon, and motherfucking Madlib. That's it. Anybody else that try to act like they worked on Bandana or worked on anything from Bandana, they ain't do shit. You know what I mean? Shout out to my nigga Josh Blooms. I fuck with you. You my dog off top.
Gibbs.
Shout out to my homeboy Jared.
Let's jump ahead again to Alfredo.
Anybody else is a pussy.
You and Rick Ross. Interesting history, not in the sense that like you have any sort of beef with Ross, but there was a point in time where CTE and MMG had issues.
Correct.
You've called out. I mean,
I was the
600 bins.
I was the pit bull.
Putting
I was
holes
the dog.
Putting holes in your 600 bins. Like
I did that. I do that. Holes and everything.
You took shots at Wale. You took shots at Meek.
Shout out to Wale. That's my nigga.
But I'm saying like during that time where you were with CTE, you were the guy who was like, if there's gonna be some smoke, I'm here.
I'm the nigga. I'm the smoker.
100%.
I am.
That there was
any click I'm in. I'm
infamous stories.
I'm the enforcer. What I tell you, I'm the Patrick Beverly.
Infamous stories of what award show was it where Gunplay was there and there was some backstage action.
You
told me about
I fuck with him, so I don't.
But no, but wasn't there something that happened backstage at one of the award shows that you were around and you were like,
no, I wasn't there. Okay. I think Jeezy and them niggas got beat up by some shit with gunplay. I wasn't there. I didn't have nothing to do with that.
So Ross is on this record, and me and you,
Correct.
You've always said like, yo, I'm a fan of Ross. Ross is fucking incredible.
Yeah,
you've always given it up to Ross.
Always.
Was there like a elephant in the room discussion with you and Ross, like about that era, like, yo, or was it just like, yo, I fuck with you? Let's
Never.
go.
It was like, I fuck with you. I fuck with you. It was love. It was always love. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that era is that era. And you know what? Like, come on, man.
Cheers.
Cheers, bro.
Do
like,
another shot.
Young Jeezy is musically irrelevant. Let's be real, dog. You know what I mean? Be real. Did you listen to his last album? No, you fucking didn't. You know what I mean? I love fam.
I'd like to comment on it.
No, we don't got to comment on shit.
I just took a shot. You asked me a question. Bro. I don't want to be here
He's
while
you... a legend.
Listen.
A legend.
I will say this.
But right now, you're irrelevant.
You asked me a question.
And what you want to do? You want to fight? You don't want that.
Listen.
I love you.
I understand.
I love you, fam. But you can't.
Allow me to speak.
You can't fight me. You can't out-rap me. Any nigga that can't beat me up or out-rap me, I don't really give a fuck about.
Fred.
Let me get some more of that 42
Fred,
shit.
Listen, Fred. I'm here too, and I'm gonna have to speak with Jeezy.
And Lambo, look, you're gonna speak with Jeezy? Are you gonna invite me there? Because that nigga be ducking me.
Do you remember when you were in Vegas and it was me, you, and Jeezy on the same interview? I think it's the only time you guys did an interview together on YouTube.
We was?
Yeah, it was in Vegas on my station. No, you guys were together. Remember when you guys had the show at the Pearl? And then me, you and your girl, we went across the street and ate a fucking TJ. I don't remember.
We did.
Cheers. But with that being said, Jeezy, you are a legend.
A legend.
With that being said, not a fan of your last album.
I ain't a fan of your last three albums.
I gave it a real go. Last album I enjoyed at Jeezy's was TM103.
Bro, your last three shit's been not that.
With that being said, you and Ross getting together on a record, that's big, especially for someone like
Ross. Now the song with him and Ross on Ross' last album was hard as fuck.
For sure.
That shit was hard. I be bumping that. I bumped that shit 2 days ago. Listen, bro, I'm not a hater of music. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, no, you're not.
When a nigga make great music, I be like, hey, that's hard. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? But like,
have you and Jeezy had any sort of conversation since everything happened? Any sort of correspondence?
I tried. You know what I mean? I try to be a real nigga and really like, you know.
Because we have people who obviously 211 was a part of that situation.
That's my brother. 211.
Shout
out to the motherfucking Level Up store, nigga.
Go buy some clothes.
Go buy anything that Deuce selling you, nigga, whether it's clothes or anything. Shout out to Deuce. That's my nigga. 211, nigga. Shout out to motherfucking. That's my nigga. You know what I mean? But I feel you though. Go ahead. What
I was gonna say was like, was there ever any sort of dialogue that like, you know, you definitely ran through views on?
I mean, you know what, man? Like I said, I got love for fam. You know what I mean? And Trapper Die and all of that shit. You know what I mean? That shit was like, you know, some of the like, you know, things that like kept me rapping and shit like that. So you know, but at the same time, you know, we ain't never like, me and Deuce, I'm gonna keep it real with you. When I met that nigga 211, I ain't like that nigga.
Yeah, I mean,
and that's because we was two of the same kind of nigga. We was both like, fuck you, nigga, fuck you. So me and 211, I ain't like that nigga when I first met that nigga.
You guys
I
both
met that nigga
were part of the same CT era,
right?
CT era,
and I ain't like that nigga when I first met that nigga. I was like, fuck you, and he was like, nigga, fuck you.
Right.
But like now, nigga, if I die, I'll leave my kids with 211. You know what I'm saying? Like 211 is my brother. I love that nigga. I'll lay my life down on train tracks for that nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's my brother. You know what I'm saying? But at first, you know, it was an environment where we, you know, was both like,
almost like you guys were brought into the same. There had to be some.
We was kind of brought in to do the same thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To be the street nigga of the label and like be, you know, and rap. You know what I'm saying? But like, you know, once we like got with each other and figured each other out, man, we brothers, dog. Like, bro, this nigga will go to he'll sleep in my house. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, dog. This is my brother, for real. Like, it ain't a lot of like niggas that I got like it's like rap friends, and I don't look at that nigga as a rap friend. You know what I mean? Like that's my bro. Like 211 is my brother. Like I love. That's a great thing that came out of the Jeezy shit. Me meeting 211,
you guys being boys,
clicking with 211, and me like 211. Like bro, like that is worth more to me than $1 billion. Me and his relationship. You know what I mean? Like me and his camaraderie. Like bro, I've been living in LA over 15 years. You know what I'm
100%.
saying? So like being close to a real nigga like that mean a lot to me. I love, like I said, I lay my life down for a nigga like that. I love 211. You know what I'm saying? Like nigga, we'll go on to like fuck all of that CTE shit. You know what I'm saying? Like me and this nigga have been through real shit together. You know what I'm saying? So like that's why I say like bro, I can call that guy my brother. Like I don't fuck with no rap. Fuck that rap shit. All of that shit.
Yeah.
Like nigga, I will smoke you about 211. And 211 will smoke you about me.
It's a beautiful thing. It. I talked to Royce right after his album dropped, and he specifically called you out because he was like, yo, I sent Fred a record. He said he sent you something. He said, it's on YouTube.
Don't remember.
But essentially, he definitely acknowledged, like, because I was like, yo, man, I need to hear you and Fred on some shit. And he was like, dude, tell Fred I'm here. Like, I'm ready.
Royce?
You and Royce. Two of the Jedis.
Yes, the Jedis.
100%.
Definitely the Jedis. Royce, Kendrick. Shit. He definitely a Jedi.
But like,
I talked to Royce last week. I was commenting on his shit.
You guys got to do a record together.
We've been overdue.
It's
for
overdue.
a fucking record. Royce, in my eyes, you're one of the best rappers of all time.
Ever.
And I'm ready. So I already told you. I just commented on your Instagram post. So Royce, whenever you ready, I'm ready. You know what I mean? Like I'm working on my new album, so if you want to get on that, let's do it.
Royce is a Jedi.
I know you always working on the album. So like, I mean, it's hard. Like Royce is like, come on, man, Detroit. If I go to Detroit, I'm gonna call Royce.
Let me ask you.
He know that. I called Royce one time. You know what I'm saying? When I got to Detroit, and them what's them niggas? What's them little dope boy cash out? Them niggas spray painted the tour. They spray painted my tour bus. Yeah. But you know they're not in the rap.
I think they were on CTA, right?
Of course, they're not in the rap game no more.
So Gibbs, there was a weird era where, first of all, there was a record that you were on that got leaked with Eminem.
Damn.
Remember that song? It was you, Jeezy, and Eminem.
Damn.
And then there was a point in time where you and I would talk, and I remember I got in trouble once, like 8-9 years ago, for playing one of your records on Shade 45.
You did?
I don't know. There was like, I didn't know that there was like a list on Shade 45.
I'm on every list.
But like, listen, we'd be crazy to say Eminem isn't one of the Jedis. Eminem's fucking incredible.
I would never say that.
But talk about that, the record that leaked. I'm assuming you know the record. It was you, Jeezy, and M.
Yeah.
And it was, I remember hearing it on Two Dope Boys. Shout out to Shake and Mech. But I remember
Shout out to Shake. That's my dog.
But yeah, that song never officially came out.
No.
And from what I understand, that was like a big fuss.
Jeezy went on the motherfucking radio and said, hey man, Freddie Gibbs fucked up my relationship with Eminem. He said that. But
you didn't.
Exactly.
The song came out. Like, it wasn't like you leaked it.
I never met Eminem in my life.
Why were you? I know why.
I never met Eminem in my fucking life. I never met the nigga ever. And I think in 2006 I was probably signed to the nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Because it was Interscope.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I never met Eminem in my fucking life. I met Eminem at the what's that shit? Dangerous Values or Bad Value? Yeah. What's the name of that tour that they was on?
I was.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about. Eminem tour.
I seen him for 15 seconds. You know what I'm saying?
So
Eminem. Time out. Eminem is one of the greatest rappers of all time.
100%.
Never met the nigga, so I don't know.
Listen.
Nothing. I know Paul Rosenberg.
Your manager is a Jewish man.
Of course.
And
shout out to Paul Rosenberg too.
Wasn't there an interview or something where you had said something that that they might have like Paul or somebody from?
Come on, Bootleg Kev.
We're going back to like 2010, 2011, 2012.
Of course. Every interview I do, I'll say something that somebody's gonna fucking get mad at. You know what I mean?
Right.
It is what it is.
At the same time,
niggas will get mad at
the time, both of your managers were Jewish.
All my managers are Jewish of all time. You know what I mean? Like I only recall having one manager, and that's Lambo. So like everybody else was just like helpers. You know what I'm saying? Like you're a helper. But I only had one manager in my whole career, and that's Benjamin Lambert. That's the only
Shout out to Lambo, man.
That's the only manager that I had in my whole career. Everybody else was just like a helper, you know?
Well, listen, let's talk about the new shit.
You helper, bitch.
Oh, Jesus Christ. By the way, you and I have talked about
You're an assistant.
Oh, man. Anyway. You say you're about 60%.
Benjamin Lambert, big Lambo.
You say you're about 60% done with your new shit.
Yep.
So we just dropped Alfredo.
Bike to bike to bike.
Your new
really bike to bike to bike. Really Piñata listen, bro.
Bro, Shadow of a Doubt, low key is one of my favorites.
Classic, man.
Bro,
Y'all be sleeping on You Only Live Twice, bro.
Bro,
let's keep it real.
You Only Live Twice, Freddie.
Let's keep it real. No disrespect. And I just chopped it up with this nigga. You know what I'm saying? But and you know what I mean? We about to do a record. You know what I mean? So I fuck with him heavy. But if Meek Mill would have made You Only Live Twice,
out of here.
Would you look at it a different way?
I wouldn't have. Me personally.
I'm asking you, the game would have looked at it a different way.
The game, of course.
Because he's more popular and he more.
100%.
Of course.
But like.
Me and him talked this week. I said, bro, I fuck with you. Salute. I salute that nigga off top.
So you and Meek spoke this week about.
Yes, sir.
Because that's also.
We about to do a record.
So you guys talked about working together.
Yes, sir.
What?
And he one of the guys that I look at in the game and I be like, for sure. You know what I mean? For real, salute.
Shit, man. Like,
shout out to Meek Mill. I fuck with Meek Mill.
Was there ever a point in time where like?
Never.
You just always were like, yo, man. Like I feel like Meek's.
I never knew, bro. So
there's
any nigga that I don't personally know, I can't really say that I had a real beef with you. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I see a lot of shit like. A lot of these weird ass niggas be talking all this like right now, especially during this time, everybody's like, yeah, Black Lives Matter and all of this shit like that. And I be seeing niggas that, and this is my personal experience with you, you know what I'm saying? I seen a nigga talk about Black Lives Matter, but you try to kill me.
Wow.
So do Black Lives Matter when a police kill us, or do Black Lives Matter all the time?
Wow.
And I said that shit like 6-7 years ago, and niggas was like, oh, shut the fuck up. And I get it. But let's keep it real. I'm all about black progression, totally, of course. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I want to see my people get to the best, of course. You know what I'm saying? But like, I got to tell my own personal truth. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And just not giving them a pass or none of that. Because I don't support none of that. I don't support white supremacy or anybody or none of that shit. You know what I mean?
Of course.
But I'm going to keep it real with you. Ain't no white guy from the suburbs ever try to kill me. Ain't no white guy from the suburbs ever try to steal my shit. It's been niggas. So hell fucking yeah, we need to go against white supremacy. Hell fucking yeah, we need to go against some motherfucker trying to oppress us.
Yeah.
But nigga, we need to get our shit together within nigga. We need to get our fucking motherfucking shit together between niggas. And I don't give a fuck about no nigga talking about no Black Lives Matter, none of that shit. Cause they do. They matter all the time. 100%. But if you gonna talk about some BLM, say that shit all the time. Say that shit when my cousin get killed. My cousin got killed by a nigga from a rival gang. So that loss don't mean nothing to me. That loss shouldn't mean something to me because the police didn't kill him.
By the way, your father was a cop.
Exactly.
People don't know that. Your dad was a cop.
Exactly.
Yeah. I know.
He definitely was.
You and I have talked about that.
Hell yeah. And when I was motherfucking between the ages of motherfucking 3 to 10 or 8, I would worry about that shit. Worry about him coming home.
Let me ask
worry
you,
about him getting killed by somebody.
Fred, let me ask you this.
Now, that, like I said, that doesn't dispel the bullshit that cops do. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, my pops was a cop during the era where cops was making motherfucking $19,000 a year.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? In Gary, Indiana. I will show you, like, signs. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it is what it is, but at the same time, you know, the nigga was just, you know, trying to motherfucking feed his fucking family. And it's a lot of motherfucking cops that get jobs that just trying to feed their fucking family. And they fall a victim to motherfucking white supremacy within the motherfucking department. You know what I mean?
The unions,
Now, stop it. Don't think that, because I'm with that ACAB shit, you know what I'm saying? All motherfuckers is bad type shit, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I don't, you know, I'm not an advocate of policing, period. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because really, I think policing is like slave shit. You know what I'm saying? I think it's like,
it's
definitely, it comes from runaway slave shit.
It's a debate to be had. Because, you know, Minneapolis is
really, y'all niggas shouldn't have police, to me, period. You know what I mean? Because it's always going to be a nigga that's going to need a job. You know what I mean? My dad was a nigga that needed a job in motherfucking 1982. You know what I mean? He ain't had nothing else.
And you're somebody, too, also who, I mean, anyone who's ever been to a Freddie Gibbs show knows the one thing you always chant on stage is fuck police.
Fuck them. You know what I'm saying? In motherfucking 2000 and, what was that, 2005? 2006?
I mean, no, I mean...
My good friend, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, Kennell McGee. He got murdered by the police. That was the first nigga I ever seen murdered by the police was Kennell McGee.
This was Gary, Indiana.
Correct. That was the first nigga that I ever witnessed personally getting murdered by police was Kennell McGee. So, you know, I know we give it up to a lot of names. There's a lot of famous names that's been murdered by police. But let's think about...
Before social media, there was a lot more.
Exactly. But before social media, there's a lot more. It's a lot of guys who name ain't... And I love George Floyd, too. You know what I mean? Rest in peace to George Floyd. But it's a lot of guys who name ain't as famous as George Floyd. Terrence Crutcher. You know what I'm saying? Kennell McGee. You know what I mean? Like, my friend got killed by the police, and his death got blamed on him having an asthmatic condition. So when I seen the
you could see the George Floyd thing, you
with
could
the
see the
motherfucking
bullshit.
corona bullshit,
100%.
I was like, bro, get the fuck out of here.
We saw the video.
Like,
you can't say shit.
And this was 10, 12 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Them saying like, oh, his cause of death was ruled because he had an asthmatic condition. But like, you know, his family seen people, the police choke him out with a nightstick. They choked him to death. Same thing as George Floyd, dog. You know what I mean?
There just wasn't camera phones.
Let's be real. You know what I mean? There was no camera phones then. It was no way to really track that as it is now. You know what I mean? The world wasn't as social media intensive at that point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there was nobody outside with a fucking camera phone. This was like I said, this was like 2005. You know what I mean? Or maybe later. Maybe I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
but it was in the era of not having a camera phone. That's what I'm saying. And, you know, Kennell McGee got murdered by the fucking Gary Police Department.
I just think that in general, like, the conversation of, like you just said, do we need police? I think that there needs to be some sort of, if something happens where, someone gets raped or someone gets murdered, like we got to figure that part out. But as far as what do most police calls come from? Stupid petty shit. That in general can just be handled amongst like there's no reason why if someone tries to shoplift something from a 7-Eleven,
right?
Like, just put it back and keep it moving, fam. Like,
Right.
there's no
You
reason.
can call me.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
And then I'll be like, look, nigga, you stole some shit.
I just don't know where because right now, obviously,
In
Minneapolis.
Dubai, they cut off your hand, I think.
Well, in Minneapolis, they're talking about
Cut niggas' hands off, and they won't need police. If you be like, yo, nigga, if you steal something, we're cutting your hand off. I guarantee niggas won't steal. You ain't gonna need no police force.
You might be right.
There's places they don't need a police force.
I don't disagree.
Like, if you rape, we're cutting off your dick.
Yo, I just feel like
if you rape somebody, you need your dick cut off.
In general.
Let me put that on the record. If you rape somebody, bitch, you need your fucking dick cut
and
off.
When you
it
go to
be no jail. No, nigga.
You should not be in PC.
No.
Put him in Gen Pop.
Let me tell you a real story.
Okay.
A real story about a bitch ass nigga.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I was living next to this bitch ass nigga that I didn't know. I didn't even know. You know what I mean? A bitch. A rapist. A bitch.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? A fucking pedophile, fake ass, fucking bitch ass, rapist ass nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So one night, I'm driving home. And Erica can attest to this story.
Your baby mom.
Of course. You know what I'm saying?
Erica.
The mother of my child. Shout out to Erica. But anyway, shout out to Irie. I love you, Irie. But anyway, so bro, I'm coming home. It's probably like, I don't know, 18. I don't know. I don't remember. But I don't remember the year, but it was recently. So I'm coming home, and Erica called me, and she like, yo, the Fed's here for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, like, you know. So I'm thinking like, oh, damn, it's a drug charge or something like that.
Right.
I just got off that old bullshit ass shit in Europe.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay. They couldn't get me on that. So okay,
now they're trying to get you on some other shit.
I guess the FBI about to motherfucking get
Right.
me on some drug shit or some whatever murder. I don't know. Who knows?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right. So she called me when I'm on, you know what I mean? We live in like Encino or some shit. I'm like on like Ventura. She called me when I'm on Ventura, and I'm like, fuck. Then I get to the street that we lived on, and all I see is blue and red lights. And I'm like, damn, I'm about to go to prison. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to go down that street. I was like, you know what? I got to a point I was like, should I dip right now?
Almost like that scene in Belly.
Correct. I was like, should I dip right now?
Yeah.
Or should I go down there
and deal
say
with this
goodbye
shit.
to Irie,
Right.
deal with it.
Your daughter.
My daughter was like 1.5.
Right.
So I'm like, bro, I want to see my daughter. You know what I'm saying?
So you went and dealt with it.
I said, fuck it, I'm gonna go deal with it. You know what I mean? Whatever it is. You know, I had some homies in jail that I was like, this nigga snitched on me. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
So
right,
I was
right.
thinking like, of the whole time I get down there, I'm expecting the worst. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I got to go to my baby. My baby down there. There's police down there. Her mom calling me. The police in the house. I get down there. I'm coming from the studio. It's like 2:30 a.m. You know what I mean? I probably got like 3 guns on me, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I've been in your Cadillac before. Shout out to the Van Nuys crib.
So I got guns on me and everything, dog. So I'm like, yo. So I pull up. I see the police van. It's the feds. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The van, all of that shit. So I'm just like, all right, man. I take all the guns. I take the gun out the glove box, the gun from under my seat, and the gun I had on me. I had them all in my hand. I said, bro, look, here we go. I get out of the car, get on the ground. I said, here go the guns. Because I don't want to get shot by the police.
Yeah, of course not.
So now here go all 3 guns. Here go me. I'm surrendering. You know what I'm saying? Don't hurt my daughter or her mother. 8 or like 10 SWAT niggas come over there. SWAT team niggas. Come over there. Put the guns on me. And they say, oh, we don't give a fuck about you. We ain't looking for you. But your neighbor, pedophile. He doing internet porn. And then I look up, because if it was for me, it would have been the motherfucking DEA and FBI. So I'm looking at all these niggas' jackets, and I don't see no DEA. All I see is like some something.
Right.
Not ice, but some other shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is these? So the SWAT team was like, get up, nigga. The SWAT team wanted the nigga was black. He said, hey man, take them goddamn guns in the house. First of all, nigga. But we not here for you. He said, we here for this nigga next door. Your next door neighbor is a motherfucking pedophile rapist.
Wow. Did you had no idea, obviously.
I have no fucking idea.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? But I thought the SWAT team was there for me.
You were like, yo, it's over.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, it's over. I'm about to turn myself in, rap career over, everything. I said, look.
This is post bullshit rape charge in Europe.
Post of that. Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, all right, all the shit that I had on me, I'm giving it up right now. Like, nigga, I had 3 illegal guns on me.
Damn.
They said, bro, take your black ass in.
Let me ask you something, bro. What the fuck? You're the realest motherfucker I ever in hip hop that I've encountered as a human being.
Yes, sir.
What do you make of like this whole entire Tekashi thing, man? Because Akon's doing a locked up remix with him. Like, I'm just wondering what your perspective is. Like, I know what it is. I know what your perspective is, but at the same time, like, I feel like it's before too long we're gonna see certain rappers doing records with him. Like, I feel like the Tory feature is inevitable. I just feel like it's inevitable. I feel like it's inevitable. I feel like it's gonna happen because I know that those guys were like actual friends before all this happened.
Yeah, that definitely. You know what I mean? Like, you know, fake niggas always link up.
And you guys did Mexico together.
So what? What the fuck that mean?
What I'm saying is,
like I said, fake niggas always link up.
What are your thoughts on the whole situation? Because I do think that there's 2 separate conversations. There's the entertainment conversation, and then there's the, you know,
the real street conversation.
Factual.
I mean, you know, you name somebody that probably would do a song with him. I would, you know, if I was to think of the 10 niggas that wouldn't do a song with Tekashi 69, I would say, yeah, Tory would be one of them. But, you know what, man? I don't hold niggas like that
to the same standard as you hold yourself to.
Not at all.
Or people
like,
who you realize
like
are
6ix9ine and Tory, like young niggas like that. I don't even hold them niggas to like street nigga standards because them niggas ain't street niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like Akon, I love Akon. Shout out to Boo. But no, I don't respect that move. Of course not. Motherfuck, what the fuck, nigga? I'm you know, that.
I mean, Convict Records. Like, it's like, bro. Like,
even if it is, whether it's Convict Records or whatever, I don't give a fuck what it is. But, you know, my perspective is, you know, I don't respect that move. You know what I mean? And like, you know, shit. And, you know, me and Boo just ate dinner together not too long ago. Nigga had motherfucking Delilah's. But I love fam. I love Akon. But nah, I don't know. You know, and I might make a move, and I might make a move that you don't respect. But that don't mean that when you see me that it's beef. No, exactly. 100%. I don't respect that move. No fucking way. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. But you
do you think
y'all niggas richer than me? So whatever y'all doing, you know what I mean? Like, is some rich nigga shit. So I'm not knocking y'all niggas.
Do you think anybody who works with that guy, there's just like a stain on him?
I can't say that.
Because,
you know
because you, like you said, the standards are all different for everybody.
I don't hold every nigga to the same standard as me. Because every nigga
like if
like
Little
me.
Dicky does a song with 6ix9ine, you'd be like, yeah, whatever, it's Little Dicky, like, you know.
Care, it's Little Dicky. You know
but if it's fucking Meek's not doing a record with him, you know what I mean?
Meek wouldn't do that.
No, of course not. But I'm saying, like, as far as standards, it's like there's certain artists that you'd be like, all right, do what you do.
Every nigga, I'm like, do what you do. Cause I don't hold none of these niggas to the same standard as me, you know. And I had to learn that personally, cause at first I used to do that. At first I used to be like, man, what the fuck, you bitch, or what the fuck.
By the way,
now I be like, you know what I mean? It ain't got nothing to do with me, unless you like do some like. I'll do a song with damn near any nigga too. You know what I mean? Like, unless you do like some like 6ix9ine shit or some R. Kelly shit. Then I won't fuck with you.
That's where the line's in the sand.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. Like,
I've always said
I won't do a song with 6ix9ine, and I won't do a song with R. Kelly right now.
Fred.
If it was 96, it would be me
running
and
the
Kels.
R. Kelly, the Ignition remix.
Kels?
What? Chicago to Gary, bitch.
What? Chicago to Gary?
Major figures. You know
what? Best of both worlds, bitch. But now, best of both niggas. But now, Kels, hey, nigga, I got hey, fuck you, nigga.
Let me ask you this. At a certain point in time, there was a stigma attached to your name within the industry.
Uh-huh.
And for me, it was always like, yo, Fred is just too real for this shit. Like when we talk about keeping it real, like Fred has kept it real throughout his whole career, despite how it may or may not affect his career, right? On the other end, you're also one of the biggest assholes in rap to other rappers.
I think so, yeah, maybe.
I think you might have cleaned that up over the last few years. But were you like aware of that stigma that was attached to the name Freddie Gibbs in hip hop? Because I had to deal with it all the time because I was always a Freddie Gibbs guy. So I'm like, oh, yo, what's up with your man? Yo, man, like, what you want from me? Like,
maybe like, what's up with your man, bro? Bro, if you feel that, imagine how Lambo feels.
Shout out to Lambo. God bless him.
That's why he get paid the big bucks, man.
Facts.
Because he got to deal with a lot of shit, man. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers like, hey, man, what's up with your man? You know what I mean? But like, you know, a lot of niggas be like, yo, what's up with your man? But they not gonna do nothing. You know what I mean? Like, I probably said a lot of niggas' name in this interview.
You've said a lot of people's names in many interviews.
Ain't nobody.
Many interviews.
Nobody. Listen, everybody's always gonna like talk it out and be like, yo, bro, you know, I didn't really like this. I'll be like, well, my stance is always this, man. So it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? So I love all y'all niggas that rap and all of that shit, you know what I mean? But, you know, I'm not, you know, I'm not really scared of none of y'all niggas, man. My philosophy is this, man. You give love and you get it back. So I give love to everybody, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, a nigga don't want, like, these hands, like, these bullets and shit like that. Niggas want to rap. Niggas want to do shows. Niggas want to, like, get money in the rap game and, like, be able to move around and shit with no motherfucking pressure or no problem. So keep doing that.
Me and you have spoke about this.
Bootleg Kev, my nigga, at all times.
I would love to hear.
Who want to play with me?
Oh my
Nobody.
God. This guy's. Let's take a shot. Fred.
Let's do it.
You got some in that cup.
Come on,
finish it off.
Don't play with me.
All right. Well,
I'm not the one to be played with. Because you got to go places.
Jesus Christ.
You got to go places. You got to go to L.A. You got to go to New York. You know what I'm saying? You got to go to ATL. You got to go to Miami. And Gangsta Gibbs be at all them places.
Oh, my God. I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? I'll walk up to your motherfucking dinner table, nigga, with
all
you and your bitch.
Say is, shout out to
and
Buffalo.
niggas know that I've done that before with them and they bitch. And I'll be like, you all right?
Fred. We want to.
Are you all right?
Fred.
Are you okay, nigga?
Fred.
Black Lives Matter, nigga. So any nigga that's black and got some rap shit going on, you matter, nigga, okay? Is that what you want? But ain't none of you niggas gonna fight or play or rap with Gangsta Gibbs on my mama. And that's on my mama, that's on my son, that's on my daughter, nigga.
Fred, I can concur with you on the rapping thing.
I can concur with all of that shit.
Well, listen, all I have to say is, Fred,
Bootleg Kev.
Alfredo's out.
Alfredo is out, and it ain't to be fucked with. Who got a better album out right now? Tell me. I'm waiting.
Can we ever get some more Pusha T records? Because I do feel like nobody's rapped about selling dope better than you or Pusha T.
I got a Pusha T song right here. I got a brand new Pusha T song right here. What you want to hear? Lambo just called me. I got a brand new Pusha T song right here.
Oh, shit.
I got a brand new Pusha T song right here. I got records.
I thought you were going to play it, but you're scared. Yo, Lambo's going to kill me.
Lambo going to kill both of us.
Fred, yo, look, Alfredo's out.
Alfredo's out, and it ain't to be fucked with.
Back-to-back albums of the year. Shout out to Alchemist.
Back-to-back. We doing 3P. We not doing Isaiah. We doing Jordan.
Is the new album going to come out before 2021?
Didn't I just tell you 3Ps only? What we do? Look, Mike and Phil, me and Lambo.
How many records in are you on the new album?
20.
And this is production from Madlib and Al?
Madlib, Alchemist. Shout out to motherfucking 30 Rock. Shout out to motherfucking P&B Rock.
You told me you got a P&B. Oh, wait, you told me you got a Lil Baby record.
Hey, shout out to Lil Baby. Wait.
We just can't skip over this. You and Lil Baby got a record done.
Shh, I ain't got nothing to talk about.
Well, I'm sorry.
Shout out to my nigga Rashad. That's all I'm saying.
I didn't mean to leak that information.
Shout out to Rashad.
Lil Baby and Freddie Gibbs coming soon.
You know what I mean? Shout out to motherfucking Norvay. Shout out to Aaron Bishop. You know what I mean? Like,
boom. Gangsta Gibbs.
Shout out to Lambo.
Shout out to Lambo the Legend.
At all time. Lambo the Legend. Shout out to Lambo. You know what I mean? It's 19. Hey, this interview.
He's going to hate this interview, but it's all good because, you know, it's the Bootleg Kev podcast.
You can't do nothing about it.
What you going to do about it, Lambo?
What you going to do
about it?
That's my
dog right there.
What you going to do about it? You can't do nothing about it. I had to come over here to fuck with Bootleg Kev to get my shit off.
By the way, if you want to check out awesome vintage video game shit, just go to Lambo's page.
Go to Lambo page because Lambo does not have a PS4.
He's got a fucking SNES.
He got a Nintendo and Atari. You know what I'm saying? So he got all of that old shit, and the shit is still working.
And shout out to Kevin Durant.
Shout out to KD. That's my dog. Shout out to KD. Shout out to Rich.
I'm about to piss
Shout
my...
out to Rich Gaines.
I'm about
Shout out
to...
to Rich Climbing. Shout out to all the riches.
I gotta pee.
Shout out to all the riches and all the rich niggas.
Fred, I gotta piss. Let's wrap this up.
I gotta piss too, but
all right. Well, did you finish your shot? Because I finished mine.
And
that's how we ended the interview. Gangsta Gibbs, man. Alfredo out now. Go get it. Fuck with it.